Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you going? The video hasn't even started yet. Welcome back to Western Way Productions. I'm Colin, and today's interview will be speaking to marketing alumni and MBA graduate, Katie Annette. Make sure to check out SMA using the QR code right here or the link below. Let's get started. So starting with the first question, what led you to Western Washington University?
I grew up here. I'm from Ferndale, just because it's close to family, close to friends. I really enjoy living here in Bellingham. So this was kind of like the obvious choice.
Yeah, that makes sense. What was your favorite marketing class that you took?
I think probably digital marketing.
Mark. What made you
Yeah.
enjoy it so much?
I feel like it was taught the most things that I actually have found useful
Mhm.
in real life and jobs. I just think it was more fun learning more like current marketing stuff. And I was never super into like the financial side of things either.
Was there any favorite club of yours that you took at Western?
I might have gone to the SMA like once. I remember looking into it, but I don't know that I actually joined.
Do you wish you were a part of it more?
I think it would have been helpful to be like a little bit more involved in like student stuff.
And then what networking opportunities were presented to you during your time at Western?
I think I remember taking part in a few different things. I definitely did like the job fairs and interview prep courses. So I think that was super helpful. When I did my MBA, we had like a actual like career advisor. So that was like her whole job was kind of figuring out internship opportunities and stuff like that. And that was super helpful to have.
So as a graduate from the marketing program, what marketing roles have you had since then?
My first like real job out of college, I was marketing specialist for emergency reporting, which was a software company. I don't know if they're based in Bellingham anymore, but they used to be. They're basically like the software that firefighters and paramedics use to record patient records and all that kind of stuff. That's what their product was. So I did marketing for them for a couple years. And then I moved to SPIE, which is another local company. They're based in Bellingham. It's a nonprofit. It's a society for photonics and optics. So it's very sciencey, it's basically like a whole like membership group for people, scientists like in those fields to like get together and like share information. They put on a bunch of events and stuff. I did data marketing for them. So that was pretty different than what I did before, which was mostly like content and website, social, that kind of stuff. At SPIE, I did more analytics. So I used SQL, which was interesting. I was able to like learn a little bit of that in school. It was an interesting job. I worked there for like a year and a half to 2 years. And then I moved to my current job at People's Bank. I'm the digital marketing specialist. Mostly I do content, email, social. I run our marketing website. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
As I noticed on your LinkedIn, and also you've been mentioning too, what made you want to go back to get your MBA?
It is such a great question. I graduated within 3 years instead of the normal four, just because I had already did that running start thing, and I felt that I just wasn't like ready to like go out and like find a career. All of my friends were like still in college, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Looked into the MBA program a little bit. Dan Purdy was actually my advisor at the time, and he kind of talked me into it a little bit. Like we talked about it and he had really good things to say about it. And I was like, well, seems like a good idea. I don't know, like having an MBA on your resume, of course, like always sounds like a great idea. Whenever you apply and give them your like test scores and stuff, they'll like bring you in and they did like a little interview and they kind of decide like what program you should be in. I think they still offer all of these now, but there's like a full-time 2-year program, fast track 1 year program for people that are working and trying to get it at the same time. They have like an evening program and I think a weekend program too. So at the time I could have done the 2 year or the fast tracked one, but I felt like in terms of marketing felt great, but in the other subjects that you're going to be studying, which is like accounting and finance and all that kind of stuff, I was like, yes, I've taken these classes during my regular bachelor's degree, but I don't know that I really like soaked in a lot of it. Like they
Yeah.
weren't my strongest subjects. So I was like, let's just do the 2 year program. Then I'll kind of get to go over like all of that again, like plus some. Yeah, it was really fun. They put you with like a pretty small cohort of people, and I met a lot of good friends and stuff in that program. So I'm really glad that I did it. The only thing that I would say if I were to like talk to myself back then was to maybe go out and do a few years of work first. A lot of the MBA program draws off of like real life, real work experience. There were times where I was like, oh gosh, like I don't really know like how to relate this like concept to a real work situation because I've never been in this situation before. And also it's because like when you graduate with your MBA, yeah, that looks good, but most companies are really looking for you to have some experience as well. So it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be to get a job after school. Overall, very positive experience, and I'm glad that I did it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that. And then just kind of overall, how do you feel like Western has prepared you for your marketing roles that you've had in the past or just now?
Like I said, the digital marketing class, it gave me the most stuff that I use outside of school, especially getting all those like certifications and stuff. I felt like that helped a lot too, to be like, hey, like I know how to use Google Ads, and like Google Analytics is super helpful to know all of that stuff. So I definitely like anytime I talk to anyone, I'm like, you need to make sure you take that class. Out of any classes, like that one is a must.
What specific skills do you use at your current job now that you learned from the marketing program?
Mostly digital marketing stuff. So the email marketing, I do use Google Analytics a bit in my job now. I was using Google Ads for a while as well. We ended up sourcing that out, so I don't use it anymore. Content marketing, I do writing like for press releases, blogs, like news items, that kind of stuff. All pretty much anything like digital that I learned or like online marketing that I learned is stuff that I use now. It is helpful to know like how to figure out ROI and stuff like that at times, but it's not necessarily my job. So
So definitely take Digimark.
yes.
And then just a final question. What advice would you give to current college students to best help succeed them professionally?
Get as much real world experience as you can. I have found that when applying for jobs, that's what matters the most. I wish that I would have gotten a little bit more like involved in the like you said, like the SMA and doing stuff like that in the school. I think that probably would have been helpful in like building connections. When I was doing my MBA, I got the opportunity to be a TA, teaching assistant. I recommend that. That was really cool to get to know like the professors and doing stuff like that. I TA'd for Kat and got put on a research project where her and another professor were working on publishing a paper. So that felt like really cool to like be a part of something like that. And a cool thing to like put on your resume too, if you can, that you helped publish a paper. So stuff like that's cool. Yeah, that's all I got, I think.
That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Katie, for coming in to talk with us. Make sure to check out SMA using the QR code right here or the link below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.